Welcome, beings. Welcome to my video today. I am channeling a message from the divine to explain a little bit more about expanding your consciousness. And I'm actually going to use some of this holy basil. This is a plant-based medicine that kind of really opens up all your chakras, but I've been at it. I'm open. And I have celestite here to help facilitate. I want all my spirit guides because I really want to be able to share with people who are wanting to know what all this stuff is, and I'm here to tell you. So this is going to just be kind of a laid back video, and I'm going to actually draw a diagram. I did have a good diagram I saw off Google, but because I'm recording on my phone, I can't really show you the diagram, but it'll be fun. We'll have a little drawing session. And I really, I guess I'm really glad to be a part of, sharing this information, because really everybody needs to know this. And I'm going to try to give examples along the way of each one, and there are more that I'm not going to touch on, but I'm going to touch on like maybe 4 to 6, maybe 7. We'll see. We'll see how this flows. So first thing I'm going to mention is your conscious mind. Okay, so let's say here's you. I may even bring the twin flame talk for the second part of this. Here's you, okay? I'm going to draw a girl and a heart, okay? All right, so here's you. And you have certain parts of your brain that you use, and certain parts that seemingly are going very unused here on Earth. And we all have these capabilities to turn on other parts of the consciousness. However, being down here on Earth in a 3D, 4D existence, seemingly most parts of the other consciousness are shut down. So here's what's going on. You're thinking with your conscious brain, and I'll give you an example of what your conscious brain would do. Let's say you're going somewhere and you've never been there before. And so you're either following a list of a piece of paper or, finding your way to this new place, okay? You might turn down music. You might go a little slower. You're going there and you're like using your brain to think about it, okay? That's your conscious mind. Your conscious mind does stuff like that, or a math problem. That's something your conscious mind would do. Okay, so here we're gonna write that down. Conscious. And I don't really know how to spell, so I'm gonna guess. Okay, and here's what's next. You have another part of your makeup called your subconscious. Most people have probably heard that word before, but maybe don't even know what's really going on with it. Okay, sub is below. Okay, so your conscious mind, your subconscious Think about your subconscious like an iceberg, okay? We have an iceberg here. Well, here's the sea. Oops. I'm trying to do this for you. All right, so here's the iceberg. Here's the ocean. Here's the sea, okay? Here's your brain that you're thinking with, okay? You're thinking stuff with this brain. But in reality, what's actually controlling your life and putting you on whatever situations you get in is this under stuff, this subconscious brain. Thoughts over and over again. What thoughts? And they put you in a loop, okay? Now here we're going to step away for 1 second to give another personal, I think this will help you understand, okay? So the subconscious. Your subconscious can pick up on like everything. And I should say before we even, okay, so you have so many different bodies. Okay, so here's your physical body, okay? That's a boy. So you got your astral body, and there's your energy, okay? Your energy is so, you have so many different bodies, okay? You're like not just this human skin and bones and blood, okay? You have several different bodies. All right. Now, the subconscious is speaking to like this body here and this body here. Your subconscious does not, you know, it's kind of controlling what like filters through your brain here, your conscious brain, okay? So a lot of this stuff, you would be fucking shocked to know what's really getting fed into your subconscious. And that is like a whole nother video. Because once you see this and you realize that it doesn't matter what you're doing up here, what you're thinking, even if you are thinking things like, oh, this is great, I've done this, I'm going to get hired here, this person's going to do this, I'm going to get this. You can be thinking this stuff up here, but you have like a wheel of, you know, just basically demonizing thoughts, demonizing thought patterns to keep you stuck in a loop of being enslaved, of thinking you don't deserve certain things, and it is put on heavy as fuck from the minute we've came here, from past lives, from this life. Your subconscious is getting attacked pretty much, okay? For most people, unless you have been raised by parents who are already awake and have led you to like a beautiful scenic area. But this is here heavy in America and all the way around. Okay, so now that's not all. There's even more consciousness of yourself, okay? And they are different connections. Now, part of what I do in the healings that I do or the readings that I do, especially when I am tapping into your twin flame, that's what I do. I don't need their physical body. I just get their subconscious. Now, going back to this chart right here, like for those of you who are already familiar with astral travel, You already know. But like, so like when you guys book readings with me or something and I'm reading your tarot cards, it's not necessarily, you know, me as Erica, like doing it. I am just the provided channel for spirit to run the information through, okay? Because I'm open on every level of consciousness to be able to receive the messages, okay? But anybody really can open themselves up, and I can help people do that too. Like, I mean, message me for coaching packages and pricing. I just basically will speak with you, figure out what it is you need to do. We can, you know, we can get to your personal things. But you can definitely use this video and these very basic looking charts to kind of start diving in and maybe self-diagnosing some stuff, okay? So this is the person's physical body, and then you have your astral body. Now, I don't know all the orders. There's an astral body. There's the emotional body. There's a pain body, a bliss body, the Buddhic body. There is, we basically are just, like, it keeps going in ripples, you know what I mean? Now, when you get yourself opened up, here on the 3D earth, they are doing things to your subconscious to purposely keep you closed off from this knowledge, to purposely keep your third eye shut. I've broken free from all of that. I'm completely out of any of those control mechanisms. I'm completely here as a Pleiadian starseed, moonseed, to help anyone who's interested in breaking out of that to do so. So I'm going to keep coming with more videos too. But here's what the thing is. Now, those, probably if you're even drawn to this video, you already may experience some of this or open. But these, you know, these are like holograph, because everything that we're looking at is a holographic reality. So when, you know, it's kind of like a ghost, basically. Like, you know, when you have a deceased loved one come to you, it's basically the same thing, but like, you don't have to die to use your other bodies. You know what I mean? Like, you can go wherever you want. You can just go astral travel. So, but like, I'm really starting to have a theory that I'm wondering now, people might not know what they're doing. There's so many different bodies that, like, I think regular people who have not dove real deep into this topic, I really don't think that they even have a clue. So my wondering is, you know, what are people's other bodies being used by other stuff? Because I know that when I call back the pieces of myself, it feels really good. You never know. That's always a healthy thing to do. In fact, I should make a guided meditation on that, because I do that a lot, calling the pieces of you back to yourself. I was going to say, I do have a dark entity removing one that it will help. If you are interested at diving into some subconscious work with me as a coach, feel free. Email me, twinflametaurus@gmail.com. But we still have tons of information to give in this video. Okay, so now, and twin flames, you already know. So basically you have, and this is what I was going to get back to this diagram. We will get into the twin flame stuff later, about the connections of these, all the bodies that ever were, and, you know. So we're going to get back to a few more consciouses that I bet you didn't know about. And I am really excited to talk about this. And I even have an example. So I'm going to go grab something. Okay. I got my pendulum because I was playing around with this the other day. And I wanted to make sure that each one of my consciouses is completely in alignment. Because when I started this awakening journey, certain consciouses were definitely like all fucking whacked. The subconscious programming that they've put into us, like, it is so, so dark and heavy. And if you haven't been aware of this, then you haven't been clearing it out, you know what I mean? And it's gotten to the point where I've detoxed myself so much from this that, like, I'm aware of it now. And there's subconscious messages in your music, in TV, in everything. And so here's another off topic. Your subconscious pretty much controls everything. In your life, you know what I mean? But I don't want to just say subconscious. All of these underconsciouses that you're not even tapped into probably. So, I mean, I started tapping into all of mine. And once you get in there, like, it is definitely a journey to clear that out. But you have to. You just literally have to. So we've talked about the conscious and we've talked about the subconscious. And there is also something called the superconscious. The superconscious just knows. The superconscious is more like a soul aura, okay? And that's the one, you know, a few bodies out. The superconscious. She knows, she protects, okay? And you can, you know, we can call upon any of these at any time. Like, this is... anyone can do this, you know, and it is a journey to be able to clear yourself out and to be able to tap into this, but it was worth it. So, and you can see they're like it's like two different energy fields, okay? So, subconscious, please come online. Thank you. And I can feel different. Okay. Superconscious, please come online now. Yeah, two different things. So you can test that out for yourself and, you know, document how you feel. A lot of people are blocked off. That's a lot of people are. Most people are. Most people are blocked off from accessing your subconscious and your superconscious, and they block you off by giving you substances that close off your ability in your brain to open and be used. So, I mean, it is really fucking fucked up. Fishy. All right. And I'm not going to get into conspiracy theories or anything. I'm just saying it is worth the time that it takes and the pain that you have to feel, I think, to be maybe on the other side of that. Okay? Because right now, most people are only using their conscious mind, and they've done that on purpose. It's like, okay, you're programmed to do the same thing every single day, and you're programmed in such a way, but they don't tell you that you can deprogram yourself. So, I mean, you know, you can get a smile out of this and be like, oh, that was a fun video game I just played. Or you might not even, you might want to just not even. You know what I mean? Like, under the ignorance is bliss, because people are shut off. Like, you really are shut off. And a lot of people want to stay shut off. And that's why eventually, if somebody is going through the awakening and like, yeah, pretty much your whole life can be like shook as fuck, all right? And like, we have story times for later if you guys want, but I'm gonna just name some more because I feel like we really dove into the conscious, and I feel like we really dove into the subconscious. And I'm just going to we named the superconscious, you know, your knowing soul. I'm going to name just a few more, not dive into them right now, but if that's something that you're interested in, of course, comment below. So we're going to name those off, and then some people may want to cut the video off there, and then twin flames, you'll want to continue. Okay, I'm going to brief pause here. Okay, got some water. Okay, so we also have, here's another one called the self-conscious. Okay, the self-conscious. And that one is another aspect of you, you know. That one's kind of hard to describe, but we're not deep diving right now. I'm just going to name them off. There's the self-conscious, then there's the supra-conscious. That one's strong. And then, just to name one more, even though there are several, another one you can be aware of, the unconscious. Now that one, that's a tough nut to crack. And these are all here. You know what I mean? Now this is like normal, okay? But really, even worse to tell you, this is normal. Okay. Now let's talk about not normal, which is like me and probably you if you're watching this. There's higher consciousnesses, okay? Now we're opening up our soul star. Now we're expanding to the 6th dimension, and we're seeing our Pleiadian friends up there, okay? Now we're going to the 8th. Now we're tapping into Arcturus. Now we're tapping in to everything. Now we're actually in the 13th dimension because we are angelic starseed beings of light, and there's fairies in certain realms. There is everything. Your brain has these capabilities of opening up and, you know, allowing the knowledge, allowing that in. You can if you want to. And only in order to have the beingness and the presence that it takes to open this up, you must first dive into the depths of all of these painful, not that this in particular is, but here, I'll make another one. Basically, I saw a meme about this, and this was awesome. Okay. Because it really just was beautiful, and it made a lot of sense, especially for anyone on the awakening journey. But it was basically like, okay, if you want to expand the consciousness, you know, not be just whatever, in order to allow yourself space, I don't even know what this says. The power of you. Don't even know what it's, oh, calling the pieces of you back. So, manifestation of my cute boo who likes to sit next to me and as I make these videos, somebody who could write something down if I'm like saying a good idea. Also, cute boo to like make me a smoothie so that I can continue to put more YouTube content out. And us basically running my business like as our partnership together, and like, you know, we just share all the money and just have a ton of fun. That's my fucking manifestation. We're going to be eating vegan food too, getting off of fucking government pumps. Yep. So that's all going to fall into place. But here's an example of the roots of a tree. You know what I mean? You're going to be like growing, but like you can't grow up that way into expansion of light body consciousness until you have some roots in all the pain, the abandonment, the betrayal, the hurt, the agony, you know, death, past lives, being killed, you know, who you had to play out in a past life. You have damage in your subconscious that you probably don't even know about. And I will give a personal example. Part of your subconscious can manifest into tumors, diseases, cancer. Yeah. It's like a subconscious, it's bad. Okay, so I've always had some pain in my womb area. Most divine feminines will carry a lot of pain there. We can also carry it in our heart chakra a lot. And I always wonder, you know, I'm so sick of all these pains and this sadness. And I went to several like Western medical doctors, and they're like, oh no, there's nothing wrong. I'm like, yeah, the fuck there isn't. You know what I mean? It was in there. What I've always been carrying around was not only the trauma from like here on earth that stuff causes, like when you bring souls into the world, I mean, it is a lot of cuts in you. I'm waiting for this thing to turn off. Turns out I had the grief of the whoever I was in a previous life, still me. The death of a true love, died of a broken heart. The grief was too much for her to bear. Beloved Roderick, he was pure, true love. That is true love. And the death of her, like, that was just so tragic for her that she had to literally leave that earth. He came, got her as an angel, lifted her up. Now, you know, they're always together. We're always the same. But that sadness came into me, and I was just born with that because she could not take it along with her to just die and be with him. So that was that energy transfer. And then I came down here to transmute all that. So then I noticed, you know, a lot of it was gone. I felt a lot better. But like, you don't know where your subconscious trauma is coming from. Like, I wouldn't have just guessed that, you know, like your subconscious trauma might not even be from like right now or like 10 years ago. It could literally be from a past life. So if you want to find that kind of stuff out, like you can book a session with me. Or if you have somebody local near to you that specializes in that, that would be awesome to get together with like-minded people. Maybe check in your area. But I can do it video chat if you're far. Anyways, you know, because like I said, we access other parts of the minds. We don't, that's how we can all stand. That's how all of us sisters can stand hand in hand in the wind. And we're all doing it. And we have a ring of protection and love around this planet. We are raising the vibration of this planet with our energy, okay? We are raising consciousness. We are raising the vibration of this planet for all who are on this planet. And if you want to be a part of that, hell yeah, thanks for being here and watching the video, because they don't really tell people this stuff. Okay, so now you see, you have lots of different bodies. Physical body is just right here. This is just this walking around Earth, okay? So I will say, normal, regular, fun people who are enjoyed this video, you might want to just go if you're not interested in twin flames, because this next half is going to be about how twin flames are actually really connected, why they are always with you, why separation is an earthly illusion, and just a brief touch on that with, of course, a diagram. Okay. Tea time. I miss my mug that had the middle finger on the bottom. I really miss it. Somebody super mean broke it. And I am free from the chains of any kind of, I would ever call in something that was not for my highest love and good of all involved. Okay, so here's how twin flames are connected with all those consciouses, okay? And what can kind of be maybe some blockages, okay? All right, so here's the twin flame. Whether they're right next to each other, whether they're right physically next to each other, let's say they're not physically right next to each other, okay? He's at work, you know, she's at home. All right. Literally, those two physical bodies here on Earth make no difference, because there's the higher consciousness, they're together here. There's the subconscious, they're together here. There's, you know, the superconscious, the angelic, all this shit. Literally, you're connected in like every single way to your twin flame. And when you come down here to Earth, basically, it's like you have blinders or something, because here it's just really uncommon. Well, you know, I try to keep my third eye open all the time, but like sometimes I have to be more regular. Sometimes I got to drive kids back to school, or, you know, just go to freaking the store or something. I mean, I try to always be mindful, but like, you know, sometimes you can tap out of stuff. And like a lot of times, if twins are still in this earth, you know, 3D thinking, they're in that thinking, well then maybe they're not physically together at that moment, but all the other bodies are. So it's like you can just have your subconscious's bodies are together, all your other ones are. That's why when you see your twin with you, like they're with you, like you're only one soul, like one soul split into two. So, you know, we are so vast, really. Like our hearts are so vast. Like basically our bodies right here in all essence are like a pinky toe of how fucking vast we really are. And they really don't want you to know any of that, okay? That's why starseeds like me are here to open you up to your own magic, okay? Now, if you're a twin flame, that's why you're feeling the pain of separation sometimes, because you're in your 3D mind, okay? Now, if 3D is truly false, you can just get out of 3D and go to 5D. Go to a meditation. Go to the 5D. They're with you right there. They're always there in 5D. You know, you can even go higher than that. And you can, you know, and then you can just realize that the 3D separation is an illusion and it's fucking insane, but like so amazing. Like literally, you know, they're basically like your own angel ghost, you know, and like you're theirs. You know, you can definitely, when you just tap in, you know, get out of the 3D, get out of these sneakers and pavement. Fuck all that shit. You know, it's like, let's open our third eyes, right? Let's see what's really going on here, right? Right? Okay? So, divine feminines, that's why, you know, that's why they say there's really just no separation. So the trick to healing, not trick, I guess, but part of, like, there's so many things to do, but part of the things to do is getting into a meditative state every day. Opening your third eye. Mine's open. How about yours? See? Connecting, you know, and evolve the planet. Literally. Twin flames are here. We are a real